So this is weird. We are 1, recording in the morning, and 2, putting out a little bonus episode.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty tired because I stayed up late trying to get the episode out on time, and then I got up early so I could be ready to see the announcements for the new team names.
And turns out it wasn't really worth it, was it?
No, not really.
Okay, so I slept in a little bit, and then when I woke up, like one of the first things I said was, "What's the team name? What's the team name?" I like yelled at Dan, who was in the other room, and he told me, and like honestly, the word I told Dan was crestfallen. I was crestfallen. We were expecting the Memphis Kings with the purple and gold, which seemed obvious, and that's not what we got.
No, it is not. Yeah, like we were really sold on the idea of the Memphis Kings and having that kind of like powerful name with a lot of depth to it. Instead, we get stuck with the Memphis Express.
Oh, I hate it. I just hate it. I thought that after I took a little bit of time, I went outside and meditated this morning, that I'd come back in and I would feel a little bit better about it. But I just really hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Have I said I hate it?
I was extremely disappointed. And I guess as time went on, like accepting it.
But you still don't like it?
I'm not a huge fan.
I can't even formulate a thought. No, it's because I have so many thoughts. So my initial thought is we wanted it, or we were told that it would be something that was like based on the city, based on like what fans wanted. And this for me came out completely out of left field.
I feel like I remember seeing that name pop up in the Facebook group once or twice, but it was never really like one of the top choices. Or like whenever people like created polls, I don't remember that it was ever on those lists.
Well, and another thing is, not only was it not talked about in the Facebook group, it is based on, my guess is FedEx, which who the fuck gives a shit? I'm sorry, but I don't know. It's like, what if FedEx leaves? Are we still going to be the Express? I don't know. It's so dumb to me. Whereas like, I feel like the Kings is so strong. And like you said, it's just like legendary and there's depth to that name. Whereas we're naming our team after a corporation, which I will say is important to the city of Memphis. Yeah,
they're definitely a pioneer in the city. They're leaders in the city. They do a lot for the city. But at the end of the day, it's a corporation.
Yeah, and we already have the FedEx Center. What is it called?
The FedEx Forum.
Yeah, thank you. We already have the FedEx Forum, which is already a FedEx thing.
They can't have the entire city.
It's just so frustrating. And like when you think of Memphis, who thinks of FedEx other than people that are from here and live here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it is significant to the city, so I can see like why it's there.
So why did they say any reason why they didn't go with anything else?
They did a lot of focus groups internally and externally trying to come up with the best name. And they felt so, okay. Team president did an interview. So the team president did an interview where he kind of explained how it went down a little bit.
Okay.
First of all, we've been mispronouncing his name. Apparently it's Cochet Irby.
Oh my God. We're so sorry. So sorry, Cochet. Oh man. Now I feel even worse. Don't like the team name, and we've been mispronouncing the president's name.
So
anyway,
Cochet did an interview, and he felt that going the route of like the royalty and the music that we were leaning towards and felt like the fans was too easy and like too obvious.
I think that could be true if it was if the Kings was solely based on Elvis or even the blues. I thought that was obvious and I didn't like the blues.
Yeah.
So I do see his point there, but I think that with the Kings, I just want to champion to get the Kings in place. It's not going to happen. But with the Kings, like you said in all of the other previous episodes, that's for Elvis. That's for the River Kings. That's for Martin Luther King Jr. What else? I feel like there was
B.B. King.
Yeah, B.B. King. There's so much richness in many different aspects that fully represents Memphis. Music, our racial history, and other sports teams all in the same thing. Like, okay, it's going to be hard for me to let this one go.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we just have to accept it because it's not going to change, at least for the foreseeable future, and just support the team.
What are the stages of grief?
Anger.
I'm there.
Denial.
Still there.
Bargaining.
Yeah, this is me trying to champion for the Kings.
I don't know all of them, but it ends with acceptance.
I'm not there yet.
I went through those stages earlier this morning.
Yeah, you've had a little bit of time. And I do think it will grow on me. But another point is that it doesn't sound like an elite football team.
Right. From the ones that were announced today, none of them, there's just an amateur feeling, indoor football or, arena football style, XFL kind of team names.
That's what I don't like.
Mm-hmm. And then the final point that my issue with it is that team names are typically a group name. And then, the players and the fans are a member of that group. So when you think of like the 49ers, each team member, each player is a 49er.
Yeah.
To make up the 49ers.
Right.
With this, it's just Express. So it's not like the Memphis Expresses and then you're each an Express. It's just Memphis Express. And it's just kind of hard to... It doesn't go with traditional naming schemas.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like it. I mean, I'm sure it will grow on me. I just need time. I think I will obviously get to acceptance. I'm just not there yet. Oh, God, I just don't like it.
Cochet also talked about in the interview that the name is based off precision, speed, and innovation, which he feels are key aspects of the city.
And trains.
Trains?
Yeah. When you think of Express, don't you think Express train?
Sure.
Which has nothing to do with, in my mind, the city. We have an Amtrak station, but Memphis isn't like innovation or a main train. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to what he said. He said Express means what? The
precision, speed, and innovation. It's really just coming down to FedEx and how they're just a global powerhouse when it comes to logistics and
that's fine. And maybe I should be looking at the point of view from, like, let's say I did work at FedEx. And
which a lot of people in the city do.
Exactly. They're one of the, if not the biggest employers in the whole city. So let's say I did work at FedEx and maybe it was even like a generational thing. Maybe my parents worked there or my kid works there or something. Like, to have a football team that does take on something that you might be really proud of.
Yeah.
Could be really cool. So if I look at it from that point of view, it takes on a different meaning.
And like, as far as like corporations go, I feel like they are one of like the more, one of the better ones as far as being responsible to their employees.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it could be worse. It could have been the Showboats.
Yeah. Or now this was a legitimate option for at least a short period of time whenever Memphis was discussing the team names, but one they rejected early on was the Memphis Mudmen.
Oh my God. That's awful.
Yeah. He brought up that it's pretty easy to kind of trash talk because Mudmen is obviously going to have to be like brown uniforms. So you end up looking and playing like
shit.
Exactly. He didn't say shit, but
I'll say
that's what he alluded to. So just a couple key points of this interview. They are working on the uniform, so hopefully we'll get that soon.
Okay.
They're going to be practicing at the Liberty Bowl.
Okay.
They're opening their office this Friday, so tomorrow at the time of this announcement.
Guys, let's go. We're going to pick it. We're going to protest. We're going to get the Memphis Kings. Let's go.
Don't know where it is, except it's going to be off of Union.
I will march all up and down Union to find it. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I've reached acceptance quicker than I thought I would.
Seems like it.
So what are people saying about this?
It's mixed. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know why people love it or if they really just genuinely like it.
Yeah, I feel like we've got a good grasp on why people won't like it. So, like, if you're listening and you love this logo, tell us why. Like, what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, maybe we might even have people come on the show and let us know what they think. That would be kind of cool. Maybe do some sort of call in or we can set it up maybe.
Yeah, because when you do that, let me know and I can set that up.
Yeah. Because I do want to hear like why people like it and maybe their reasoning will get me to kind of come around better.
Let's hope so. So we probably should have gotten to acceptance after I showed you the actual logo and design and everything.
You don't like the logo either?
I'll bring it up.
Okay. Alliance Memphis, why are you breaking my heart?
Are you ready?
No.
Here it is.
I don't even want to look, honestly. Like, I'm not even looking. All right, let's do this. No, what? Ew, no. Ew. Come on. Okay, it's a plane and an E. But okay. What was the... Oh, that's what you thought the tail was and the fin. Okay, but that's another point that I had this morning when Dan and I were just talking about the Express, is that in the episode we recorded, yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about what a good job Alliance was doing at releasing and teasing these logos part and parcel. And I thought that they would kind of keep building up to that slowly. But then no, they just dump it all on us all at once. And I don't know. I just think that it was more fun. They could have drawn that out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And that was also frustrating about this whole thing. But anyway, back to the logo.
I feel like that's like the least important aspect of all this.
Oh, sure. But that was fun. And then now it's a letdown. Okay.
Maybe it's just like ripping off the Band-Aid. Let's just get it over with rather than like slowly being more and more disappointed over the next couple of weeks.
This logo, I don't know. Sure, fine. I don't care. I'm just like, I'm still mad. So it's like, it's not the Kings. It's not a cool crown. Like, it's capital letter E with an airplane flying through it. Like,
I like the design. It's just the fact that like it's not based on the fact that the team name is Express. I think it's a good design.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel about it. But you're going to keep going?
No, I mean, if it was a better name, like the design would have changed to be better. So it just kind of comes down to the name is less than what I expected it to be. Yeah,
I think that essentially, like you said, because it's the Express, it's pretty fine. Like it's fine for a logo. I'm not liking the Express, so it's hard for me to get on board. I'll get there, but go Express, like...
Yeah. I'm going to bring up the merch that they have for sale.
Okay.
And so here it is.
You know what, though? We were saying last night that the red, white, and blue is classic.
Yeah.
So at least there's that, and at least we weren't stuck with ones that we really don't like. Okay, sure. See, I like the M better on this hat.
So if you go to their shop page, shop.aaf.com, choose Memphis, scroll down a little bit, you'll see a hat with the alternative logo. And it's an M with that same streak, but like it's a football making that streak.
Yeah. Looks like it's like kind of flying through the M or under it. Yeah. I like the M better than the E.
Which essentially the E is just a sideways M. It's almost identical shape. Well, it's very similar.
Yeah.
So maybe there's elements to it. There is depth. The E can also double as an M if you turn your head. And then the plane is crashing, just like our emotions.
What'd you say last night? Close with one eye and squint with the other or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Go back to the other page. I want to see more of the logos. The merch isn't bad. I mean, it's fine. It's the Express. Like,
yeah,
sure. I don't know what you want from me. I'm not on board.
So not great. Not what we expected, but could be a lot worse.
Could be the mud. What was it?
The Mudmen.
Like, that hurts. That really just like even hurts to think that was even an option. Why?
I don't even know.
What does that have to do with anything other than just awful?
Well, Mud Island.
No, not enough of a reason. All right, so hit me with the other ones.
All right, so they announced 4 teams today, and the other 4 are going to be announced on the 25th, like we previously expected all of them to be announced.
Okay.
So,
well, before we get into those, your thoughts? Were we close?
We got all of them wrong.
Fuck. Jeez.
Not even a little bit close. We switched Memphis and Atlanta. And then, well, you'll see.
Okay. But just off the top of your head, did you like them? Not like them?
I feel, I don't know if this is, I feel like we have one of the better ones.
No, seriously? Oh, come on.
And it could just be my bias. But okay, I'll start with my least favorite.
All right, so let's just rip this Band-Aid off.
So my least favorite is Orlando.
Okay.
They are Orlando Apollos.
See, Bloom sounds better than that. I'm not even joking. Orlando Apollo. So
I like the story behind the name the most because Florida is the location of all the Apollo missions.
Sure.
Sunshine State. Apollo was the god of the sun in Greek mythology.
Was he?
Yes. He was the one that drug the sun on his chariot.
Oh, sure.
the Sunshine State, God, Sun God, whatever. So yeah, those are the two reasons. So there's more of a city specific reason to it, or at least a region, since it's not Orlando.
And at least it's not named after a fucking corporation.
Yeah. But it is my least favorite logo.
Really? That's your least favorite? I think that's cool.
Really?
Yeah. You've got a dude with an arrow. You have the O. Okay, so it's not a football, but it's
not even close to a football or an eyeball.
No, but I think that's cool.
Okay.
And you don't like that?
I'm not a fan.
I think it's cooler than Express. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess that I like that.
Okay.
I'm shocked that you don't, actually, because you like mythology.
I do. I don't like the design.
Okay, so what are people saying about Apollo? Again, when you first said that, it's like the Express. How do you say, like, I am an Apollo? I play for Apollo? Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, so it's the Apollos. So that one is plural.
Okay.
And then here is their logos. I guess that's just an O as their alternative.
Sure.
Yeah.
The colors, I wonder why those, sunshine maybe? And
yeah.
Like oranges and yellows of the sun?
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
All right.
It seems to be sun oriented.
Yeah.
And then like this blue could be the sky
right
at night, aka space. And with all of them, there is both positive and negative.
Yeah.
So the next one,
okay,
we'll do Birmingham.
All right, which we thought was the maroon.
Yeah, it's actually the shades of silver and gray, or shades of gray and silver. And they are the Birmingham Iron.
That doesn't even sound good. Like, that does not even sound like it.
Yeah, not the iron, it's just iron.
Birmingham Iron.
And the reason is the city has historically, like, ironworks and something like that. So there is, like, historically iron with the city.
I'd be interested to know if people in Birmingham know that and know that history.
So this one is actually the only one that was a common guess. So when people were predicting team names, a lot of people were saying Iron, Iron Man, Iron Men, Iron something, or Iron. So they got it right. Nobody else did with the other teams.
Okay. What I do like about this logo and like color scheme along with the name is, well, I do like the color scheme and name matchup for this team. I know that we thought that this was going to be for San Antonio, but with the gray and silver, it just really goes with the iron.
Yeah.
So that works.
Color scheme match. So this actually might be the better design and better fit for a city. I just don't like the name.
Yeah, the name is, I just think that it's not an elite name.
Yeah. And so the last one is Atlanta.
Okay.
They got the color scheme we thought, and a lot of people thought was going to go to Memphis.
Ugh, you're breaking my heart.
But they are Atlanta Legends.
Why?
Because.
Why?
So each city has like a video where they kind of like a promotional video, essentially.
Okay.
Memphis or Atlanta, they bring up Michael Vick being from there, Hank Aaron, the Olympics were hosted in Atlanta.
Sure.
So just talking about these legendary events and things. For me, it's a very weak connection.
Yeah.
I feel like they chose the name and then they had to figure out how it fit with the city.
Yeah. It seems like that's probably the case.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's definitely a crown. We got that right at least.
Yeah. I don't like the football gym thing.
Yeah. It took me a second. I actually kind of like it.
So out of all those, which do you think is the best?
Shit, none of them. I don't know. I mean, I'm just really disappointed by all of them, to be really honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like they really dropped the ball on this one.
I mean, I thought that the Swarm was stupid, but that's honestly better than some of these.
I don't know. I still think the Swarm is pretty bad. Oh, and we're completely wrong about the Lions. So I'm guessing that maybe they said Legends, but he didn't understand it and heard Lions.
All right.
Atlanta Lions, Atlanta Legends.
The quintessential would be better than this. No, it wouldn't. No, it would not.
Speaking of,
what?
There was an actual leak. So somebody, I hope they don't get fired, but whenever they made the announcement of the team names, it also came with website, merch, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts.
Okay.
Somebody accidentally posted the San Antonio logo in the Memphis merch section.
Really?
Yeah. So there is a leaked image of a shirt with the San Antonio logo.
Okay. What is that? That's cool. It's a sword. And a star?
So it's a triangular shield with a sword going through it. It's the one we thought was Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
And a star on the bottom, Texas. And above on top is the Alamo.
The Alamo, yep. Oh, that's quintessential San Antonio, not Atlanta. Okay. I don't know why a sword.
I think it is period specific.
Sure, and I'll bet their name has something to do with that. It seems like obviously all the marketing and logos and stuff is based off of the name. So when the name falls short of these high expectations, then it just seems like everything else is like, okay, fine. It's just as disappointing because it's just, I don't know. I think we already got the answer. I was just thinking like, I really want to know why they went with the Express. I already have the answer. I just don't like it.
Yeah. We want something better.
Yeah. Well, that was your bonus episode, folks.
So I don't know if it's fun or not, but at this point, should we come up with a new name for the podcast?
I guess we need to, but I don't even want to.
The one idea that has been thrown out there is Express News.
All right.
Okay.
I don't hate it. It's just like, because Express hasn't grown on me yet, I think anything that surrounds that is just disappointing. And it's just fine. It's whatever.
We'll put that on the back burner. I'm
sure that by the time we start recording next week, I will have come around a little bit and I'll be more excited about some new podcast names. Yeah.
And now that we have merch, we have team names, all like the GMs and presidents are going on local radio shows promoting the teams. Orlando has digital billboards up already.
Really?
Yeah. So now it seems like things are escalating.
Okay.
And I think we'll have a lot more going on. Maybe tryouts coming up. Maybe who knows what's going on. But I feel like things are really going to speed up now.
Sure.
And I think, obviously, we can't change the name, so we just have to deal with it. But I think it's going to be a lot easier once we start getting more and more excited about the season coming up.
Yeah. And hopefully I don't know. Yeah, I think now that there's logos and we can like put a name to it and like marketing becomes a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. And a sense of identity. I mean, as hard as it is to create identity with these names, there will still be a sense of like something to rally around for the fans.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Maybe we can just rally around our hatred for the way things went down.
So if you guys have ideas for what to call the show and blog, let us know.
Yeah. And if you want to call in, possibly be on the show and let us know your thoughts on the name, the logo, it could be fun to have like a little listener sesh.
Yeah.
Okay. So off the mic, we were just talking about possibilities for uniforms and there might be sponsorships on there. And I was picturing NASCAR outfits and how there's just sponsor stickers everywhere. But then it reminded me of the scene where Ricky Bobby comes back to racing.
Oh, and he's got like the Fig Newton sticker on his windshield.
No, not that.
See, like that popped in my head. I'm thinking like the players gonna have like logos on their visors. They can't see where they're going.
No. I was just talking about how like when they unveiled his car, it was like a Bobcat, and he's like, "What the hell is this?"
I like the Cougar, but who's ME?
It's you, Ricky. Just a shitty name as Express. No, not really, but...
Well, with that, I think that's all we've got for this bonus episode.
At least all that could possibly be good. Now I just get to go drown my sorrows in crafting.
Yay. So upcoming Sunday, we've got that informal gathering, so we'll let you know what goes on there. Tuesday, we'll get the rest of the team names and logos, so we'll have... Well, I guess the other three, since we already know the logo for San Antonio.
Yep.
But we're going to talk about that. And then we're doing an interview with an AAF agent. So if you have questions, we've got a lot of questions so far, a lot of really good questions. If you have a question, let us know and we'll ask them on the show.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already, subscribe to the show, memphisaaf.com/subscribe. And we'll see you Thursday.